I used to dress up in my mom's heels and I used to put on her lipsticks, and I would feel so glamorous, like I'm on a runway or something. Skin prep is so important before applying your makeup, so make sure you apply a good moisturizer. I already had my moisturizer on. Use any moisturizer that you have that is good quality and provides good hydration to your skin. I'm going to start with applying foundation, and you can use any foundation that you have. Make sure it suits your skin type, and I'm using the one from Sephora. This is very hydrating because I have dry skin, so this is what I use. Let's apply this. Also, do not apply foundation directly from the bottle, as you have seen influencers doing on videos, applying like this. Don't do that, especially if you're a beginner. It will be hard to control the amount of foundation, so don't do that. Put it on the back of your hand first and then apply it onto your face, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that. And this is how I am applying it. I'm going to start applying it like this, just trying to spread it a little evenly. You don't have to apply here on the outer part of your face, just apply it here, and then we are going to blend it outwards. Same on the forehead. I'm going to apply a little here, and then I'm going to apply a little on the chin. You can use even less than this because this, I feel like it's still a lot. I put a lot on. And then I'm going to take a beauty blender. This is a beauty blender, beauty sponge, and then you just make it a little damp, not wet. It should not be dripping. It should be just a little damp to touch. And then we are going to start blending it, and you can use two corners, like for example this corner you can use for the inner corners. And I like to hold my blender like this anyway. I know some people blend like this, but I like to blend like this. So I hold it like this, and I'm going to gently pat it into my skin. I'm doing these very light patting motions to blend the foundation into my skin, and as you can see I'm blending it outwards, and this will cover our whole face. Do it in little strokes and keep blending it as much as you can. The more you blend, the better and more natural it is going to look. So blending is really important. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. When you are blending your foundation, make sure you're not dragging your beauty sponge. You're patting it gently and blending the foundation into your skin. I don't recommend a brush for beginners because brush can cause streaks on your face, and then you will need a beauty blender to dissolve those streaks. So using a beauty blender for beginners is, I think, the best thing. Another great thing about using a beauty blender, especially for beginners, is that it absorbs some of the product, so it blends the foundation beautifully onto your skin and it will look a lot more natural. I don't know if you noticed, I did not apply any foundation on my nose. I never apply any foundation on my nose. I use whatever is left on the blender and I just pat it on the nose. Your nose doesn't really need a lot of foundation, so use less product. Using less product in the beginning is always better because you can always add more product later on. But if you use a lot of product on the first application, it's so much easier to mess it up. So use less product, and that will make your makeup look so much more flawless and better. And I promise you, if you follow this one step from this whole makeup tutorial, your makeup will always look good. And then I'm making sure that there are no streaks on my face, so I am giving it another round of blending and I'm making sure everything is nice and blended. And then with whatever is left on this beauty blender, I'm going to prime my eyelids. Again, I don't use separate concealer unless I'm going for a very glam heavy look, which doesn't really happen that often. But if you are not going for that kind of heavy look, you don't need a lot of concealer or a separate eye primer for your makeup, for your eye makeup. Just use whatever is left on your beauty blender and prime your lids with this. And you can see it was a lot, like you can see the difference. There was a lot of product left and it covered all the veins and the darkness, the pigmentation on my lid. Foundation is the base of your makeup, so make sure you take your time when you're putting on foundation and blending it. And this is the most important, my personal opinion, this is the most important step or part of any makeup routine. Your base has to look good, your foundation has to look good, and then all the other products that you're going to layer on will also look good. The next product we are going to apply is a blush, and I always recommend cream products for beginners, especially for beginners, but also for everyone, because cream products are so much better at blending and melting into your skin, and they look so much more natural, which I personally love. So I'm going to use this one stick from Innisfree, and this is what it looks like. So you can see this, and it's very soft. This is a coral orange shade, and it disappears into the skin and looks so natural. It also melts like butter. Like, the formula is so good. And sometimes I just use it directly on my skin because it blends so easily. But if you're a beginner, for all the products, you should use it on your finger first and then apply it on your skin, and then you can blend it, and it will blend so much better. Also, use your finger, your hands. If you're a beginner, you don't need a million different brushes or tools to do your makeup. Just use your fingers. Yes, for foundation you're gonna need a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, but for other things, I'm going to show you how you can use your fingers for almost everything else in makeup. It looks very natural. I'm gonna show you here too. Taking it on the back of my hand, and then I'm just blending it like this. It looks so beautiful and natural. And once we're done with the blush, I'm going to use my highlighter. Again, I'm using a liquid highlighter. You can use any good liquid highlighter. I'm using the one from Rare Beauty, but you don't have to splurge and spend a lot of dollars on your makeup. There are a lot of good affordable options, so you can use one of them too. Especially if you're a beginner, you don't need very expensive products. You need something you can practice with. So I don't recommend splurging if you're a beginner, but if you want to splurge and give yourself gifts, expensive gifts, then it's up to you. And I'm going to take it. I took some on the back of my hand, and then again I'm using my ring finger, and I'm going to start dotting it here on the highest point of my cheeks, right above the blush, and it will give my face that glow. And then you can also use some on the tip of your nose and here on the nose bridge, and then use another finger. I'm using my index finger to blend it, and then some on the cupid's bow. You see that instant lift it gives to your lips. If you use a highlighter on the cupid's bow, it gives the cupid's bow, your lips, an instant lift, and it looks so beautiful. And the next thing I'm going to apply is an eyeshadow. I'm using this palette from Essence Nudes. This is a great palette for beginners. It has all the basic shades, it has some matte shades, and it also has some shimmer shades. You can see the shimmer here. So I think this is a great palette, especially for beginners and especially to practice with, because this is very affordable. And I'm going to take any eyeshadow. I think I'm going to take this one right here and apply it on my lid. You can also take a lighter one if you are too conscious that you don't want your makeup to stand out, so you can take a lighter one, but I'm going to take this brown one, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can blend this. And I'm not going to use any eye brush for this. All you have to do is take it on your ring finger like this. Now I have some eyeshadow here, you can see, and don't apply it directly on your lids because that can get messy. Use some on your hand like this, pat it, and then apply it on your lids. I didn't find my mirror. I was looking for my mirror. Okay, here it is. And then you can do this swiping motion, and you can blend your eyeshadow. You can take it up to your brow bone as well. This creates a nice shadow in the eyes, in the crease, and gives the illusion of more lid space. It looks good, it looks beautiful. And then at the end, just pat it there in place. Again, with this swiping motion, use a swiping motion, and then pat it in place. It is that easy. This is what my eyeshadow looks like right now, and I think it looks really nice. It looks beautifully blended and with a nice natural finish, which is great for a simple makeup look or especially for beginners. And then if you add a little something to your makeup, you know, to lift it, to perk it up, you can use another eyeshadow that looks like a shimmer, like a light shimmer, like a highlighter. You can also use your highlighter and then take it on your finger and apply it right here in the inner corners. Just a little, don't take too much because that can get harder to blend, especially if you don't have the brushes for that. I have the brushes for that, but I don't want to use them here because I want to teach you how you can apply your makeup in the best possible way without getting a million different tools. And then use another finger. I applied it with my index finger, and I'm using this pinky finger and I'm blending it. Just make sure you don't poke yourself in the eye. Again with this one, it's blended. That is it. Now if you do want to use an eyeliner, you can. Using a liquid eyeliner can be tricky, I know, especially for a beginner. So what I recommend you is to use the darkest eyeshadow in your palette, and for this we are going to need a brush because it has to be a little more precise than the eyeshadow, and using an angle brush works best for this. So all I'm gonna do is take some on my brush. Yeah, okay, it wasn't focusing before. Okay, so I'm taking some, I'm just patting my brush in the eyeshadow, and then I'm going to take it off a little here. Then I'm going to start applying it, and all I'm doing is taking this and I'm stamping it right here in the outer corner of my eye. So I'm taking the brush, it has the eyeshadow, and I'm stamping it here and then swiping it inward. And this will create that beautiful little wing you can see there. And this is with minimal effort. Like you don't have to be precise, or you don't have to put a lot of effort, and your eyeliner will look good. And then if you want, you can swipe it outward, but very carefully, just to get that not sharp wing, but just to get that little edge. And this enhances your eyes in the most subtle way. You can see the difference clearly. This eye is more elongated, it has this sharp edge right here, and this one looks a lot more rounded at the edge. So we're going to apply the same eyeshadow trick on that one too. Again, I am patting my brush into that eyeshadow. The reason why I'm taking it off on the back of my hand is because if you apply too much, it gets harder to blend. So I just pat it a little lightly on the back of my hand to take the excess off, and then again I'm going to take it and I'm going to stamp it right here and then blend it inward, and that creates a nice beautiful basic wing. And sometimes I use my fingernails to sharpen the wing, so all I do is do this. So if you have like longer nails like me, you can do this too. I know it looks ridiculous, but it works. So all you have to do is take your finger, just don't poke yourself in the eye, please guys, don't poke yourself in the eyes. Be careful when you have sharp things around your eyes. And all you have to do is this. I learned all these tricks when I was doing my bachelor's like a long time ago, and I was so fond of makeup. I have always been so fond of makeup. I used to dress up in my mom's heels, and I think a lot of little girls do that. And I used to dress up in my mom's heels, and I used to put on her lipsticks, and I would feel so glamorous, like I'm on a runway or something. Like it has always been such a passion of mine. And then this is an eyelash curler. If you haven't used it before, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to use it, but if you don't want to use it, don't feel pressured. Don't come under peer pressure that everyone is using it, so you should use it too. You should definitely learn how to use it, because I think it's great, because if you have really straight lashes like me, it can be a great help in opening up your eyes. So I'm going to teach you how to use it, but don't feel pressure that you have to use it. You don't have to if you don't want to. So all you do is you take it. I do have another video on my channel where I teach you how you can make your natural lashes look like falsies, so you can go watch it too, because I do teach the eyelash curler tricks there. But I'm going to show you a simple basic way to use it here. So all you do is you slide it here from the side, and the reason why I'm sliding it from the side is because we want to get all those corner lashes to curl, because that's what makes our eyes look more open and outwards. So I am going to slide it here, and then I'm going to close it, but before closing it completely, close it with the least amount of pressure you can, and then make sure you're not going to pinch your skin. Make sure there's no skin, no eyelid skin in the curler, and then press it firmly. You don't want to pinch your skin, so be careful. Do it with the least amount of pressure first, making sure there is no skin inside the curler, and then you can press it firmly and then curl your lashes. And I don't recommend this for beginners, but sometimes I lift my lash curler for an added lift to my lashes. Again, I explained this in my mascara video, so if you are interested in advanced kind of mascara techniques, you can go and learn it from that video, and then you can see the lashes are all curled up and they look beautiful, and my eyes look a lot more open. You can see the difference. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Slide it, making sure there's no skin, and then press it firmly, lift it a little, you get that beautiful curl. And now it's time to apply mascara, and I'm going to use this Essence Mascara Lash Princess Mascara, but for beginners I recommend using a lengthening mascara, because the lengthening mascara has a very lightweight formula and it is so much harder to mess up, because if you use a volumizing mascara, the formula is a lot more thicker and it can clump your lashes, especially as a beginner. It's difficult to control, while the lengthening mascara is so much easier to control because it has a very light formula and it's very liquidy. So a lengthening mascara I think is the best for beginners. I recommend using a waterproof mascara, which is a lengthening mascara. Another thing you can do with any mascara is when you open your mascara, you tilt your wand like this, and then while opening this, you tilt it like this. So I'm kind of cleaning the edge of the mascara wand with the opening of the mascara like this. So I have less product and it's easier to apply. You can always build it up later, but one coat of this will be enough. You can see the mascara build up here at the opening that I cleaned from the wand, and then I'm going to use the side with the least amount of mascara. And what I'm doing is I am lightly doing it and lightly brushing my lashes. I recommend using it only on the tips, because that will not weigh down your lashes and they will stay curled for a lot longer. Lightly brush your lashes and also wiggle your wand to avoid any clumps. I will make another video in which I have a lot of makeup tips on my channel in all my makeup tutorials, but I want to organize them, and my foundation got all on my mascara, so I'm cleaning it because I was touching the camera and got all on the camera. I have a lot of makeup tutorials on my channel, and I have shared a lot of my great makeup tips that I have learned over the years, and I am thinking to organize them, put them all together for you. So I think I'll do that soon. If you cannot get the corner lashes like this, you can always do this and coat the last two lashes. I know these are very stubborn and hard to get into, so you can always change the mascara position and then apply it. If you want, you can apply mascara on the lower lashes as well. I don't do it a lot. Sometimes I do when I'm feeling more glam, but if you want, you can do that, and it's very simple. It's the same thing that you did on the upper lashes, but you don't have to curl your lower lashes. I have seen some people curling their lower lashes. I don't know how that goes. I've never tried that and I'm very scared. For your brows, as a beginner, you don't need to do anything. Just let them be, keep them more natural. What you can do is take a spoolie brush. This is a spoolie brush, and you can just brush them out to keep them in shape or just to lift them. And we're almost done. The last step is applying lipstick. You can choose any lipstick that you want. You can choose a lip gloss, you can choose a matte lipstick, literally anything you want. This is what a bullet lipstick looks like. This is the most traditional, the oldest form of lipstick. And if you're a beginner, you should start with these are the easiest to apply as compared to lip glosses or matte lipsticks or liquid lipsticks. You won't need a lip liner with this either, so I think this is the best thing you can start with. What's better is taking a little on your finger and then spreading it and blending it. I also recommend you to choose a lipstick that is hydrating on its own so that you don't have to use a lip balm. And then you can take your finger and blend it and make sure there are no lines or no patches. And believe it or not, we are done. This is the finished look. I'm gonna take this clip out of my hair. I have foundation all over my hands, so I'm gonna clean that up, but I'm gonna go wash my hands. And then I am trying to make my hair more presentable. If you have watched my videos before, you know my hair is out of control. It's really hard to control them. And this is the end of the look. And with that, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more makeup tips. And I also do a lot of nail videos, so if you are interested in that, you can check out some of the videos that I already have on my channel. And that's it. Take care of yourself and your loved ones, and I'll see you soon in another video.